I'm Paul Czisny, candidate for State Assembly. I grew up in a working-class family of 10. The story in my family is that my mom wanted 4 children, my dad wanted 6 children, so they compromised and had 8. My dad worked 2 jobs throughout my childhood. He was a mail carrier and a house painter. You know, I can still see him and my mom sitting at the kitchen table after supper, after the 8 little monsters had gobbled up everything on the table. And they'd be sitting there talking about their day and the kids and the bills. My dad would be dressed in his t-shirt and work pants, getting ready to head out to his second job. And my mom was at home with the 8 of us, which is more than a full-time job by itself. And my folks didn't have the money to send 8 kids to college, so I had to work my way through school. I was a dishwasher, a cook, a factory worker, a janitor. When I finished school, I started working for the Public Defender's Office, a job that I held for over 20 years. During my time there and the years since in private practice, I've stood up for literally thousands of clients at the worst moments of their lives. Now, shortly after I declared my candidacy for this office, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. I'm going to be fine, but it got me to thinking. The Republicans in Madison took 17,000 of our fellow citizens off of Badger Care. They actually wanted to take off as many as 64,000 people, but the administration in Washington wouldn't let them do it. Those 17,000 people aren't going to have the opportunity that I had. My cancer was discovered during a routine physical. I had surgery this summer, and I'm presumably cured. But some of those 17,000 of our fellow citizens are going to end up in the emergency room 5 years later, when their symptoms are so bad that they can't stand it. And they're going to be told that there's probably nothing that can be done to save them. And even if there could be something done to save them, they probably couldn't afford it. Can you imagine being told that you can't afford to be cured of cancer? The Republicans in charge in Madison today seem to be guided by one overriding principle. Those who have the most should get more, and those who have the least should get less. Through their policies, they deprive so many of our citizens, but particularly our children. Quality education, access to affordable health care, and the opportunity for a better life, while financing billions of dollars in unnecessary tax breaks for those who need them the least. Over the past 2 years, job growth in this state has been at the bottom in the Midwest, way behind all of our neighboring states. We need to go in a different direction. We need to recognize that as citizens of Wisconsin, we are all in this together. Robert Kennedy once said that we must find our advancement in the search for the advancement of all, that our own children's futures cannot be built upon the misfortunes of others. I'll be a voice for us in Madison, and I'll work for common sense solutions with members of both parties, solutions that are based on facts and evidence, not on slogans and ideology. I'm Paul Czisny. I'm a candidate for the State Assembly, and I'd appreciate your vote on November 6th. Thank you.